Well, how are you guys doing? Well, Vegas is over. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Flew out yesterday. Got home about 11 o'clock last night. Well, been driving around. It looks like not much has changed. I was trying to get to work today and going past my fulfillment center. So it looks like I've already been some layoffs. I see a couple of cars like kind of driving fast, dodging in and out of traffic. I can tell when a person doesn't have any money. I just look at their tires. The one guy almost went through a light. He had on his Bane mask, and then I had another two guys I saw driving that were like cars. The wheels are basically kind of like you could tell the wheels are old and they're used tires. And I even see like the luxury cars taking off, the Mustang powering through. Times are starting to get tough for some people. I told you. 125 Macy's, 452 Pier 1 imports. That's 600 stores, 2 people. That's at least 1,200 people who've been fired. Not counting an additional 2,200 that Macy's let go. So there's some people who were working, maybe at a warehouse or something. They ain't working no more, so they probably found another job. I'm in Palm Springs right now. So they got to try to get over there before, hey, if you don't get there by this night time, buddy, we're going to have to let you go. So they're trying to do their best to get there because I told you, they're going to be tracking their time. And they just like they do at Macy's. You got to check in. You have to clock in at least 10 minutes. You can clock in 10 minutes before or 10 minutes after. Anytime after that, you're kind of like sort of violate the rules and you lose half a point. You get 3 points. Then if they want, they can possibly lay you off or suspend you, or they'll cut the number of hours. So I know that's what happens at these places because I know Amazon and I know that structure's in place. If Macy's does it, I know Amazon would do it. So basically what I learned from this weekend is like, you guys better be out there hustling, man. You better learn how to push, man. You better learn how to ask people for money now. A lot of people think they can go to social media. Unfortunately, people are only going to social media. What I learned from Ryan Dice is people are only going to go to social media to get answers to questions. They don't want to see your food. They don't want to see you working out. Trust me. And most of the time, unless there's a gay guy or a guy who's looking to get some six packs, he ain't going to be looking at no guy on no internet. So if I was a guy, take all those selfies. Unless you're going to gay sites and you're posting that stuff, I would give it a rest. And maybe work on somewhere like how to get someone in shape. Because looking at your picture, it ain't going to, it's done. It's over. You guys are just wasting your time. That's basically what I learned. Unless you're going to try to like teach someone something. Like I'm trying to teach you. What I'm trying to teach you is you got to be different. You got to ask for the money. People are afraid to ask for the money. And then they say, oh man, why you talk about money all the time? Hey man, when you're 51 and you go out with a girl who's 25 or 26, who's half your age, she says, honey, do you want to go out with me? I'm going to dress like you. I'm going to wear the cute skirts. You can buy the heels. I'm going to look good for you. Or do you want to go with the woman your own age and deal with her bullshit, her kids, and whatever crazy stuff she's going through? So it's up to you, honey. You can take the pitch. You can get with this cute one, cute Asian blonde girl that I'll date. Or go with the one that's your same age. Hey, why don't you guys both talk about how you listen to Pac-Man Fever when you were younger? It's like, yeah, man, she's right. Now, I don't need to go out with another grandma. Grandma was 80. I don't mind doing that kind of stuff, but she could be right. Maybe you need to go out with a little baby girl. So that's why you need money, man. Or what about if you have what happens if you accidentally forget to pay your gas bill? You got the money in the bank. You don't have to panic. You just go, hey, this is Martin. Forgot to pay my gas bill. How can I get my money to you? Oh, you're like this, Mr. Morris. Boom, get your money to him. Or what about like those people I told you about earlier? Make sure you subscribe and comment. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? The mindset I'm trying to get you to do? Mindset I want you to get to treat you as your job could be gone tomorrow. Like I told you, look at this phone that I'm on. I've been watching The Twilight Zone, and it had this one episode where the old Confederate goes down to a town, and the town people are frozen because a Confederate soldier finds a book on witchcraft and puts a spell on all the Union soldiers to freeze them in their place. So for that kind of movie, there was I think I counted there were 2 horses, 2 men at the top, and then if you go down to the town where they showed the Union soldiers frozen, you probably had a column of about 20 men, 2 other men in the background, and the old man that was in town. So that's 34 people that are in a film. Now cut and not count. Now for those 34 men, you're talking about costumes, feeding them, organizing the set, directors, set creators, costume people. Now cut to the day. I am not counting the people behind the camera, editing the film. We're talking about black and white film. Just think about how many people were needed for the editing process and for the sound quality, just to get the sound. Probably you're looking about 30, I already gave you 34 people, probably another 4 or 5 people for the other job. So say 34 times. Probably you're looking at least maybe a minimum of 150 to 200 people for one 30-minute filming. You're talking about 30 minutes that for a show that went on for years. So you're talking about thousands of people rotating out. Now cut to the day. I'm talking to you. You're my costume. My costume is what I wore to work. You know what the sound is? It's the crows and the wind blowing. That's the sound quality. And there's no cameraman. It's just my phone, and I'm recording to you. That is what Hollywood was built. And then just think of taxi drivers. There was a time you can only do taxis. I was in Vegas yesterday. The taxi driver is about the same as the Uber driver. But 3 or 4 years ago, taxi would cost you maybe $35, $40. But Uber is such competition, it's kind of like compressed the market. So you have to either follow them or go out of business. And Uber does it better. They have the tracking, how you pay. They want their money up front. That car is not coming unless you pay up front. Who would have thought in the taxi industry just something so simple as my neighbor next door has a little GPS in his car. I'm going to come to my phone and I'm going to find out he's going to come pick me up at my house and take me to the bar to drink. Or take me to the strip club. Or take me to the bar or strip club. Most interesting one. Theaters, maybe. A sporting event, watching an event, possibly. But that's how technology has changed. So just think about, that's how Hollywood was built. Take a trip through Hollywood today. Those studios are almost like ghost towns because any real any type of publishing is taking place outside the countries. And even if they go there, it's still compressed because of technology and everything. So that's what I'm saying. You may be safe today. You may think you're cool driving or have your house. And now get me started on houses. Especially, like I'm telling you, after this next generation passes, houses, you could get like a mansion for maybe 300,000 or 400,000. So what I'm telling you, you got to learn how to always just be ready, keep looking, stay on the defensive, man. How can I get more money? Hey, even if I do have enough money, hey, what can I do to get my kid? Or if my kid doesn't want to help, I'll just give the money away. So that's what I learned. Like, you got to push, man. You got to just keep asking. You got to just be like a pest. That's how the company, everyone's advertising. You got to got to get that mind space now. That's what I learned. Handle rejection, that's okay. Get over it. Ask the person again, they'll say yes. And just learn how to push, man. Those are the things I learned. And like everyone's a business, and like, what are you doing with your finances, man? Are you putting your assets in appreciating items or depreciating items? Can you write things off? And you just got to keep going. I mean, you can't wait by the phone. As Kevin Hart said, you can't wait by the fucking phone. People to hope the people call you. You just got to get out there and just be a pest. Hey, this is Martin. I'm calling. I want to buy your house. I know you don't want to sell your house, but you got 6 kids living in it and destroying it. So do you think your house is going to be worth more now in this area, or do you think it's going to be worth 10 years later where there are more houses and more options? So won't you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think, man. Because now I'm getting ready to prepare for the BNP Open bartender. So I'm going to see if I could take some of these skills on asking for money, handling the emotion when people get upset. I don't want to buy. I agree, you don't want to buy, even though you want to buy. Do you want to buy? Because if you don't buy it for me, you're going to buy it for someone else. And just tell them, like, hey, man, you're going to do it. Just do it with me. So Not much to say today. Just kind of like going off what's up the top of my head. Watching this crow. See this little crow there? He's over there. His other friend is flying. Just back in California. And just say, now it's time for us to jam. Who's with me, man? Who wants to make extra money? Subscribe, like. I mean, what are you doing today? Are you headed to work? Have you got to work and find out you're going to have to take a pay cut or get fired? Or did you get the layoff notice on Friday? Or did you retire and the company's retirement plan all of a sudden got reduced by $100 or $60? Look at that $1,000 drop for the stock market, man. Or do you have enough money in your portfolio to handle that? That's why I say go out there, make the money, man. Make that money. Hey, maybe are you an older guy, you want to date a younger woman? You're going to need that money. Unless you want to go with the older woman, I recommend go with the younger woman. Make the money. Keeps you younger. And she looks better. And those heels and that dress.